Now listen, for all you people that tried to claim that Valorant is dead, you guys have to shut your bitch ass up. I don't know if you guys' goal is to spread propaganda or whatever, or if you guys have some type of ulterior motive, like only trying to make money off the video, which is almost proven since every single video that is about Valorant dying gets a lot of views. This topic gets so many views that even somebody like me got a lot of views off my one video about whether or not Valorant was in a bad spot or dying. But at the end of the day, because I will admit that the game could die in the future, it is not dead right now. It has a lot of signs of life. But I could literally go and show you the stats and show you how many people are playing, and you can see that there's still millions of people playing every single day, every single month. So how could that even equate to the game being dead or dying? Sure, there might be a couple of drop-offs every couple of months and stuff like that, but they still stay consistent. And like I said in my past videos, Valorant is not the best at this point because they don't put out a lot of updates, they don't change the meta that often, and they don't have a lot of content, specifically when it comes to things like rank, which is, you know, one of their primary game modes. And me personally, I play almost every single day, and I think the gameplay loop can get stale, of course, sometimes, but everybody has an ulterior motive when they try to play Valorant, at least for the people that are happy and they stay consistent with the game and they still find it fun towards this day, which I will admit is kind of a problem if you need to look for ulterior motives outside of the game to keep you playing, rather than just having a good gameplay loop or a rewarding gameplay loop that'll keep you wanting to play the game. And this keeps like players, like casual players, constantly wanting to play the game, which in turn makes the game a lot more fun for everyone, not just the people that want to go pro or want to get immortal and, like I said, just have completely ulterior motive. Like some people are like, oh, I want to get to immortal so I can habit stack and build up discipline and become better as a person, when you shouldn't really have to look for all those things like inside of the game every single time for every person. You know, everyone's different, so not everybody's gonna want to look for that. Some people just want to get on the game and be able to have fun. And like I said, I will admit, at this current time, it's not like that for everyone. But as you can clearly see, there are some people that can still find some fun in the game. Oh, and on another note, probably half of those accounts that are like out of the 18 million are, well, maybe not half, maybe like a couple million are Smurf accounts or just regular alt accounts, if I'm being completely honest. So those numbers might be just a little bit inflated. You know what I mean? It's not really that hard to make a brand new Valorant account and then add that onto the fucking whole count of everyone that's logged on within that month. But as you can still see, Valorant is still pretty popular and still pretty trendy. So if I'm being honest, the game isn't dead. And games usually die from things like really bad updates or just like a severe lack of content to where it's like you're just playing the same chalkboard fucking every single game. And what I mean by that is like this blank slate basically that you have to come to every day. Yeah, so with that being said, I can understand Valorant is kind of getting to the point where it has a really boring gameplay loop. But honestly, what fucking game that's out today has any type of good gameplay loop? Unless, like I said before, it's a solo player game. Multiplayer games, if I'm being honest, are not it right now, kind of generally speaking. And you can't tell me I'm lying, because literally the new hot multiplayer game comes out, everybody jumps on it, everybody wants to play it, and then boom, by time next year, people are not going to be playing it as often or as much. Just how normal multiplayer games are supposed to go. But it's the fact that Valorant has managed to keep its player base entertained and at least for a long enough time that it's outlasted all these other multiplayer games. This is why I say personally, I don't think Valorant is bad, because when I get on the game, it doesn't feel like every other game that I've ever played. And in some of the games I've played in the past, sometimes when I get on, it felt like I was being tortured, just because it seemed like there was a rapid decline in the production of some of these games. I mean, I think I've already said this before, but I'm a zombies player, and when I tried to play something like Cold War, literally I was like, this game is so garbage. Off the jump, I thought it was bad. Also, I don't have the best computer in the world, but am I the only person that would play Cold War and literally my computer and my game would break constantly? My shit was freezing, bugging, lagging, all types of shit, and no other game I've had a problem with like that. And since I was a console player mainly whenever I was a kid, I also play games like 2K. That game took a sharp decline really fast after all the other games came out, from like 2K18 and above almost. There are like a few good outliers, but ever since then it's just been downhill. But that's pretty much a whole completely different topic. But I'm mainly bringing games like that up because I'm trying to get my point across to the fact that Valorant is honestly not that bad of a game. Of course, I'm coming from basically two greedy franchises into a game where, you know, they semi care about their players, but I don't know. I've always been, playing games where the devs treat you like shit, they don't like you, they only want your money and stuff like that. But I don't know, you can call me a Riot Glazer all you want. I've never seen devs update their games 2 times a week every single 2 weeks like they do with League and Valorant. There's always something new, something getting updated, something getting changed, always something different. But of course, at the same time, their game is free, and at the same time, they don't have that many games that they have like expanded out into. And like I said, the majority of their games are pretty much free, which is why I like the company so much. The game is fucking free. How could it get any better than that? There are microtransactions, but those are like basically something you can actively participate in or just push away, and you don't have to spend your money. I mean, one of the other games I came from, which was Fortnite, had basically the same, the same base when it came to how they wanted to build their game, because Fortnite was completely free, and then they just started dumping in and piling in on like microtransactions, but nothing was pay to win ever. You know what I mean? It was all just a bunch of cosmetics. So if you really wanted to, you could put your name in the pot. Also, something that they can get from Fortnite is stuff like buying the battle pass and then being able to slowly build up more points so you could buy the next battle pass. But I mean, Valorant's battle pass is pretty much irrelevant at this point, so I mean, why would they even do that in the first place, except for the fact that you need a Radiant Knight, which is also another scam that they be doing. But it's whatever, because the main people that have to deal with this whole Radiant Knight scam thing is like the YouTubers and the big people that like to buy all their skins. Like, what normal person's gonna run out of Radiant Knight if they play the game and play the battle pass? I have like 1600 Radiant Knight saved up, but once again, I will reiterate, the game is not perfect. It does have its flaws, just like everything in every other game does. But in my opinion, like I said, call me the Riot Glazer all you want. I just think that they do it best, because they seem to care about their games at least a little bit, especially since their games have not really died off. Games like Valorant and League, even stuff like TFT, they're still alive to this day. And they're just games that are played for fun. Also, the fact that, Riot seems to be more of a underground kind of development team, at least in my mind. Because I barely even knew about League of Legends or about what League of Legends was when I was on the console. But then when you get on the PC, practically everybody knows what Riot is. And also nowadays, Riot is expanding out further, like making huge leaps and bounds. Like, they put TFT on the phone, they're trying to put Valorant on the phone, they have Valorant on the console now. So of course these are just going to be more chances to make more money and find newer players. And people are still complaining about the Riot buddies, which is, a good concern. But for all those people that have never played before or never reached Radiant, bro, I would imagine this game would be the most fun for them. Because of course at first it's fun, because then you're trying to go for a new goal, set new heights, like, oh, I want to get to Ascendant, oh, I want to get to Diamond, oh, I want to get to Immortal. The only time it becomes unfun is when you're quote unquote too good at the game, and then you don't want anything else to do with it. But yeah, even so, literally, like, trying to prove my point even more, Valorant recently just came out with a patch that literally put Taeho on the fucking chopping block. Like, Taeho was damn near dead. I had this guy complaining to me in one of my games and saying, oh, do you know Taeho's nerfed to the ground? And I was like, no, what are you, dumb? Even though I did not know that his rockets were literally non-regenerable. Yeah, I didn't know his rockets did not regenerate, which is one of the primary things that initiators do that make them initiators and make them good. But it's okay. Like I said, I at least gotta apologize to the guy. He was right, I was wrong. But at the same time, these Riot devs, literally, they be listening, they be seeing. Whether or not they want to do something immediately or jump onto it immediately and try to, tackle the situation is completely unknown. I mean, they're working on Valorant Mobile and Valorant Console for so long now that literally the replay system is taking forever to come out. At the same time, they're trying to figure out the network issues and, people that are quote-unquote hitting their target but not registering on the target's head, which is a completely different problem, is probably not being shown in the theater mode. And they gotta try to fix that shit before everybody loses their mind. They're already deep in the shitter with all the fucking utility and everybody complaining that there's no precise gunplay nowadays. Imagine you're in a game and you shoot at somebody and on your screen you're on target, but they're completely walking while shooting you and they hit you and you miss. Oh, hell no. The theater mode would explain so many crazy deaths that it would be too insane to even think about. But yeah, overall, y'all just need to please shut the fuck up when it comes to this game. Y'all be acting like spoiled brats sometimes when it comes to this game. Like, they're supposed to instantly fix every possible fucking problem with the game. Yes, I will admit, it's been dry for a pretty long time, but they do be updating, they be adding new shit, giving you new content. Like I said, they need new stuff to ranked. But literally, after the first couple of videos having their concerns, bruh, I think they get the gist of it. It's not like they're not listening to you, or like they don't hear you. But I'm not gonna lie, having billions and billions of dollars being funneled in through the skins, I don't understand why they only act like they got 5 fucking employees on staff at Riot Games. They got 2 people working on the balancing team, 1 guy working on skins, and the other guy's working on the replay system. Like, bro, y'all make billions of dollars. Just hire more people. Am I crazy? Like, I don't understand. But yeah, like I said, overall, y'all need to stop crying low-key. There's a lot of wah, wah, wah going on. And honestly, a lot of the positives that have been coming to the game have not been given light or given praise at all. Because of course, negativity and hate gets more views, gets you more money and whatnot. So, hate farming is the primary way to make that money, you know what I mean? I mean, just look at WestJet. But seriously, I think the game got a little bit more life in it, especially if they keep updating it, keep adding good stuff to it. And it's going to be pretty hard to kill a giant game like this, if I'm being honest. That's all I got. Peace.